Right, we're here with Dan Linfoot, recently signed for the build-based BMW team. How did this deal come about, Dan?
Effectively, after the last two seasons in BSB, I'd wanted to continue in British Superbike this season. I'd been racing a Moto2 bike in Spain for the second half of last year and realised my priority was to come back to BSB, so then it was to set about a way of getting on the grid for this season. Approached obviously a few teams as riders do, and Stuart's option was the most realistic. I looked at the situation with how BMW have been in super stock, and now with the British Superbike rules dropping electronically to a more level playing field, and I'm hoping that the BMW is going to be a little bit of a dark horse, to be honest. It's obviously one of the best bikes out of the crate for the road, so hopefully we can turn that into a competitive BSB bike, and I think one of the things I did learn from last year is, even if things aren't going so well, to dig in and try and make them work.
Just in terms of the Moto2 ride, for the last couple of races that you did, you've got some good results, and some people would question why you would not race in Spain on a Moto2 bike to come back to Britain where it rains a lot.
Yeah, it's a good point. As you say, a lot of people did think the same. And one thing I did really enjoy racing in Spain, and obviously the series and the circuits are fantastic to ride. I think one thing that was a big decision maker for me was I tried the 250 GP route when I was 17 and 18 and effectively failed. And I look now what Kev Coughlan's done in Moto2 Spanish Championship and into the GP series, and he's had to come back to Supersport in the UK. So I just didn't want to be in a situation in a couple of years' time where I regretted the decision of staying abroad, where I could have had 2 more seasons in BSB, getting some good foundations into hopefully be a front runner in BSB in a couple of years' time. So I looked at my size and the experience I've had already in Superbike, and just wanted to continue riding Superbike. And now with this new era of the regulations becoming a lot more level across the playing field, I wanted to be involved in that and to push on my Superbike career.
I mean, do you think you're kind of almost too tall to ride? Smaller 4-strokes now?
As in the 600 Moto2 bike, borderline getting bigger. I don't really think so much the height, but I'm not that massively heavy either. I'm 68, 69 kilo, but for a Moto2 bike, yeah, it's getting on quite big. It's not going to stop me, pushing on and getting good results in the Spanish series or into the GP guys, I think. But like I said, I had the experience in Superbike, and I just felt that where I am in age now and experience from the last few years and size and taking everything into consideration, I wanted to stay in Superbike.
So it's a Superbike route for you now, BSB this year. Can you see yourself going onto the world stage in the next 2 years?
Well, in the next 2 years, I guess is going to be a push. It all depends on how we progress in the next couple of seasons in BSB. Really, obviously, I want to push on and do as good as we can. And you've got to be realistic. The front guys are going to remain. The Tommies and Shakies are going to still be the guys to beat at the front. Hopefully, the gap can reduce to that, and the likes of myself, Gowl and Lowe's, the young guys can chip away and get some strong results to break into the front there in BSB, and who knows, that may lead with BMW to a connection where we can do some races overseas. I don't know. That's in the future, and I just want to concentrate on this season, 2012, and get as good results as we can.